I'm getting old, and I don't necessarily understand why we still do the whole groupthink thing, because unfortunately my mind is not a part of that type of concept, because I can understand one person doesn't mean everybody. I know that if I see one white person lusting upon a child, that doesn't mean every single white person does it. If a black person robs a store, that doesn't mean every black person robs a store. I understand that. And I understand that when it comes to things happening to people, it could be difficult for people to understand how they will perceive what has been done to them and how they choose to operate. And that is their life and their choice. So you can imagine when I scroll on social media and I see someone saying, call me transphobic, but my sister's recently transitioned and goes by Riley, and no, fuck you, Ivan. You'll always be a weird piece of shit. Now I'm looking at that and I'm saying, there's nothing wrong here. You have a sibling that was violated by somebody who's now transitioned. You don't have to respect them in any way, shape, or form. It's not really something hard to understand because you have someone in your life that was violated by the person. Does that mean every single transgender is out there violating people? No, that means one motherfucker who decided in their life they were going to violate somebody, then decided to transition, doesn't deserve any type of respect in any way, shape, or form. It is just that simple. It's just that easy. Why did I have to see as a response, I'm glad that it happened to your sister? Why did I have to see after the fact that someone being a horrible person has nothing to do with them being transgender? You're right. But never once was that established by the person who made the tweet. They're sitting there saying, hey, you transition? Yeah, I'm not going to respect you. That doesn't mean they're not going to respect every single transgender that walks the earth. You wouldn't purposely misgender a cisgender. So what makes a transgender person different? I would venture a little conspiracy theory. I'm speaking for me, this guy right here. If you are somebody who commits a crime, whether it be upon people I don't know, me, or someone in my personal life, I don't care if you're straight, gay, trans, black, tall, short, fat, doesn't matter. I'm openly going to disrespect you in ways that I see fit because you do not deserve respect after you commit a crime. Shoot up a school, just randomly murder people. Somebody in my life. You don't deserve respect. It ain't nothing about every single other person who matches your description. It's about you and how you don't have any respect for other people. So why should I, as the victim, family member of a victim, or somebody who's seeing something happen to other people, why should I have respect for you? It's not a hard concept to grasp. Why would you just admit to being a bigot? I mean, this is transphobia by definition. I get not wanting to show respect to someone you hate, but by doing this, you're implicitly saying that your respect for trans identities hinges on how you feel about them as a person. Well, when that said person, once again, because I have to beat this logic into somebody's head, when that said person is you tend to understand why you wouldn't respect that one person. Your trans identity means nothing. You violated a body, so that would stand to reason why you won't be respected. This has nothing to do with them being trans. Well, when you factor in that this is a person who violated a body and then they decided to transition, yeah, that's going to be brought up. Like, it's going to be brought up. Okay, so you're just transphobic. No, not really. People can be bad. Yes. And it have nothing to do with them being trans. That's not what was said. It's not, oh, I'm going to disrespect you because you're trans. I'm going to disrespect you because I'm not truly certain why we're somehow compounding all of this together, but let me be the controversial person in the room. No. You as a transgender, I'm not going to view you as some evil human being because someone else who just so happens to be transgender did something you played no part in. Sorry, but you either adding a to your body or removing a from your body, it's not really anything that would make me disrespect you there. It's very simple. You're a human who I hold in the same standard as every other human. As long as you don't do something criminal, oh, well, you have my respect. But if you, as a person, decide to do something and think one of your weak ass excuses is going to hold ground, congratulations, I don't respect you. I don't respect you. I will openly disrespect you because you are an evil person who doesn't deserve respect. That doesn't mean everyone else who's trans is somehow also evil, because by that really stupid logic, everybody's evil because of something somebody else did. So can we please reach a point where if somebody has an act of violence brought upon them, they are allowed to despise and show disrespect towards the type of individual who caused that pain, that suffering? Because that's normal. You not wanting to respect the criminal is normal. It's not transphobic. It's not bigoted. It's not racist. It's not any of this. It's just a normal indication of how you're going to operate in the grand scheme of somebody committing an act of violence upon you. Oh, but you have to factor in how this makes other trans people feel. I'm sorry. Is every trans person? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because when I look at this, I'm seeing somebody witnessing a criminal try to do a change in their life that might make them feel comfortable, and they're saying no, and they're saying fuck that, and they're going to focus more on the fact that this motherfucker is a criminal who they can openly disrespect instead of giving them any sort of peace in recognition. It's not that hard to figure out, but because we have too many people who are dedicated in the realm of being sensitive and not really focusing and hammering home the point of just selecting the bad apple and throwing it out, motherfuckers all want to be in lockstep with each other. And need I point out, if you want to be one of the people who's in lockstep with being mad at this person for not respecting the pronouns of one transgender, I need you to remember one key detail if it hasn't been brought up at any point in time. Just one key detail. It's that the person being referenced and being openly disrespected and apparently is the victim of transphobia or transphobic rhetoric is a... I do not think every transgender is, nor do I think every white person is a school shooter, nor do I think every black person is going to rob a store, nor do I think every Mexican is going to jump the border while committing some heinous act of trading drugs. I'm getting a little bit tired of the random defenses for people who don't deserve it just because they have something of similarity to you. And the similarity is not really too much of anything to stand behind. You are not the perpetrator. You are not the victim. You don't get to dictate how these people choose to respond to acts of violence brought upon them. If this motherfucker chose to forgive this motherfucker, then there would have been people mad about that. And I would have said the same thing. You don't choose how they choose to operate. If they want to forgive, they can forgive. If they want to disrespect, they could disrespect. They have that right. But to sit there and pretend as if, oh my God, how dare you be transphobic? You're losing it. And you're setting yourself up for like the easiest slam dunk that you don't want, which is people saying, hey, you're all defending her. Oh, you all must be reporters. Because that will be the thing that matters more than your perceived notion of transphobia because a isn't being respected by their pronouns. Fuck off.